Everyone, this is Cher from CHER&CHARLIES Personal Crafts. I want to go over what we are going to do tonight. So the first half, I am going to show you how to make a tassel. They sent me this along with some beads I ordered at Amazon for $8. Thought that was nice that they gave me some twine. And I just wanted to show you real quickly. I am working on this. I'm hoping that I have enough. My cousin gave me a bunch of Hawaiian skirts and I'm braiding it and taping it down and braiding it, and I'm going to try to make a little basket with handles. Hopefully it'll work out so I can put like some of my jewelry. I want to make my bedroom a little more boho because my daughter bought me a new bedroom set, which I will show you sometime this week. I love it, and I was really surprised, but she gave me that for Mother's Day, plus a manicure and a pedicure, but I already messed up a nail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this in regular motion, the tassel, and then when we do Angela's wreath, I'm going to speed it up, and I'll probably do some vocals in the background. But this is what I mean about the skirt. I just take 3 sections and I braid it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now, and I got plenty more over there. I hope I have enough to finish my little basket. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to show Debbie Baran had asked, and I think the world of her, how I make a tassel. Now, I made these beads for I call her my adopted mother, and I decided to make them yellow and white, kind of like a creamy white and yellow. So I put them on these sticks, these little dowels, to dry them, put them on there and dry them, and then I put a little bit of hot glue on the end so they don't come off. And to dry them, you can lay them on a paper plate or whatever you can find, and just let them dry. It only takes like maybe a half an hour or less. All right, so I have these here needles. These are the wide-eyed needles. I know they have a name for them, but I honestly don't know offhand. But I'm going to pick out one with a nice thick head to it so I can get the, let's see, we'll use this one. This one's a pretty good one. All right. Like I said, so the last part of the video, Charlie's driving me nuts tonight. He wants to go out every 5 minutes. The first thing I'm going to do is make my tassel. Let's get the beads out of the way. I hope you're all doing fine tonight. I'm not, but I'm trying not to be negative because hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm trying not to be negative, but God, it's so hard when you suffer the pain that I experience sometimes. But I'm not going to be negative. So the first thing I'm going to do, I just had to untangle the twine, is I'm going to get something about, this looks to me about 4 or 5 inches. So we're going to make our tassel. So we're going to wind it around. I'm going to say that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As I said, I'm all tangled here. It's like, I hope the whole video doesn't go this bad. Of course, it had to get all tangled. So you take it around. This is going to be a thinner tassel because it wants to tangle on me. I should have used the yarn. Okay, but so let's make it a thinner tassel and we'll figure this out. Let me cut this. So then you're going to cut it. Now I would definitely recommend going around a few more times. But this is just some extra twine that they sent me with the beads. So I can't complain, it was free. Well, I guess it wasn't free, but you know what I mean. I didn't expect to get this twine. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. So I'm going to entangle it here because we're going to need it for our beads. Okay, and then you're going to pull off your wrapped twine off the box. okay, and it looks like this, okay. And then you're going to take the top end of it like this, and we're going to take a piece of twine, cut off a piece, and we're going to wrap that part. Of the twine. If I can find the end here. Okay. All right, so we got a piece of twine here, and I'm going to wrap this end here, the very end. I'm going to hang on to a piece of it like this, and we're just going to wrap it around as nicely as you can. Now this isn't my best, I'm just giving you an idea of how you can make a twine. So you're going to wrap it like this, and then with your two ends you're going to make a knot and tie it. You got those two little end pieces there. So you're going to tie it nice and tight. All right, so it looks like this. And then, of course, it would be a lot thicker if I had the time and the patience to make a nice thick twine. And then you're going to cut the ends. Okay, so this is your tassel. And then you're going to cut your ends to make them nice and even. Okay, and there's your tassel. Now, of course, it's going to be thicker, and as you see, you're going to have a little hole right here, which is where you're going to put your twine after you make your beads, or whatever it is you make, or put them on some material. I don't know, whatever you do, you do, but make it a little thicker, of course, thicker than this, but I just want to show Debbie how easy this is. So you have your little hole. Okay, now we're going to try to find an end to this twine. Okay, so you find your end, and we're going to get our needle. And I'm sure Debbie has needles, because she has a heck of a craft stash. Okay, we're going to take it through. And then you're gonna, I got the yellow and the white beads I'm making for my adopted mother. So I'm going to go two yellow, and then one white. You can do it in any pattern you want, but I decided to go two yellow and one white. And when you do make your beads, try to make, try to make enough beads when you want to have a pattern. Like, make sure you have enough beads for the pattern. All right, so one white, two yellow. But if you want to do one yellow, one white, it's up to you. I'm just making these for Mom, and I hope she likes them. All right, and one white. Okay, and looks like, all right, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, that's what it looks like. I'm going to probably have to redo these because I have a lot of extra white beads. But what the heck, we're going to put it on here. And I doubt she'll even notice. Let's just for the sake of finishing this off, I'll probably take it off and redo it. I should have went yellow, white, yellow, white. Okay, so now you have your beads on. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the needle through the tassel, like so. Like so, okay? And you have the double strand here. So then I'm going to give it a little more length here. I'm going to cut the string, and then you're going to take your two ends of the twine and take it inside the tassel and tie it on there really tight. That's the main thing, make it nice and tight. I like to do like a kind of a triple knot. And then the little ends, some people take their ends and they stuff it up inside the beads so that you have a little bit more reinforcement. All right, so make sure it's tight so you push it down. So there's your tassel. It's not real thick. I'm going to redo this anyway, but I'm just going to snip off these ends right here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's homemade. And then I'm going to snip off these also. All right, and then the other end of your beads, I don't know what I'm going to do at the other end. I'm going to redo them, so I'm not going to do another tassel on the end, but this is what it looks like. But of course you want your tassel much thicker than this, so I'd wrap it around maybe 20 times, 16 to 20 times. And as you see, Deb, you keep your two ends of the twine that you have strong. I like to have it double instead of the one piece of twine. I like it double anyway. It gives it a little more strength. So there it is. That's all you do. So I'm going to tie this off on the end here, just so it doesn't go anywhere. And I'll finish these beads tomorrow for my adopted mother, my friend Olivia's mom. She's like a mother to me. All right, now we're going to get started on the wreath. And as I told you, there they are. I'm going to fix them, and I'll probably show them to you when I get done tonight. All right, so I'm going to put my needle back, and we're going to get started on Angela's summer wreath that I want to make her for the kind soul that she is to me. And give me a minute. I got to change my wash, and I'll be back. Okay, so just to speed up some of the time here, I don't want to keep you guys waiting all night. I want to show you what I did. I already wrapped the wreath form. It's a wreath form, a foam wreath form. And Radha, my dear friend, sent me a whole package of these different beautiful types of burlap. And I've been like salivating to use some of this burlap. So I chose two because there is quite a bit of it, but I needed two to wrap it. So I used, you can't tell, but there's a lighter and a darker. But trust me, you won't even be able to tell. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start out with, as far as the ribbon, I think I have an idea of what I'm going to use, but just remember I will be speeding up this tape, and I'll do like a verbal background so you can hear, you know, if I want to verbalize something that I'm doing, I'll let you hear it. So I have my wreath form, floral wire, because I don't have the floral U-pins. I keep forgetting to get them. They're much easier to use than this floral wire, but I don't have them, so I gotta just deal with it. Okay, so let's get going, and I'm gonna cut some wire. You're gonna need your glue gun, scissors, wire cutters. I have these beautiful little flowers that I was going to put inside my DIY candle holder that I absolutely love with the champagne color and the rope, but I decided I'm going to use some of these beautiful flowers on the wreath for Angela because I think they're so pretty, and I just dropped some. Okay, so right now I'm just doing a little bit of arranging to see how I want them to look, and then we'll go from there. So once I see kind of the way I want them, I'm going to use my floral wire and attack it and lay it down onto my wreath form, and we'll just keep going. So from this point on, I'm going to shut my mouth, and I'll do a voiceover because I don't want this to be a 30-minute video. Okay. Hello everyone. Just popping on here to let you know, as far as my color choices for this particular wreath. I had the little orange flowers laying around since last week, and I just absolutely adored them. And I also had some beautiful yellow orangey type flowers that I got from Dollar Tree, and they were quite different. So I thought, wow, I can really make this pop with the burlap that Radha was kind enough to send me for my birthday. Anyway, I just think this is going to work out beautiful. Well, I already know it is, but I can't wait for you to see the end. I am using floral wire in some cases if there's a big clump of flowers, and I wrap them all together nice and tight, and then I take the floral wire and wrap it tight around the wreath in the back. Now, I really don't bother with the wires until the whole thing is complete, and then I go back, I cut the wires down, I put glue in particular areas so it doesn't scratch the door or the wall or wherever you put it. And so I just the main thing is getting it done. So all that extra work I do in the end along with the pretty bow. So I decided, which really is an unusual choice for me, on two different types of small ribbon. This really delicate yellow buttercup and this beige colored thicker twine. Well, it's not thick, but it's a thicker type of twine. I just thought it really would pop with the burlap wreath, and I didn't want to take away from the beauty of the burlap. So this was simple but yet different, and I think you're going to love the result. Here I took a tiny little piece of the buttercup yellow ribbon and put it wrapped it around the center so it hid the imperfections of the ribbon. You don't see the rope. So, and that turned out really cute also. Yes, I just wanted to let you guys know that I made a little tiny rope with the twine from the ribbon so that Angela can hang it up on the wall. I didn't want to use the ribbon to hang it. I wanted to have it like a separate little hanging piece there. I think you could see it on the top of the wreath.